If this video found you, know that it wasn't by chance. Life doesn't work through coincidence, it works through resonance. The fact that you are here in this exact moment, listening to these words, means that something within you is ready to understand a truth most people still resist. Today, we will cross one of the most delicate veils of human awareness. The real effect of alcohol on your energetic field and your connection with the greater whole. This is not about morality, religion, or judgment. It's about frequency, about how every substance, thought, or emotion interacts with your quantum field, the invisible web of energy and information that shapes everything you experience as reality. You've probably noticed how alcohol is portrayed as a gateway to relaxation, joy, and social ease. But energetically, that gateway works both ways. It opens not only to temporary pleasure, but also to a deep disconnection from your own light. Behind the euphoria lies a vibrational collapse. Modern neuroscience shows that alcohol suppresses activity in the frontal lobes, the area of the brain responsible for self-awareness, judgment, and empathy. When that region quiets down, you feel a temporary relief from self-criticism. But energetically, what happens is a short circuit between your conscious mind and your spiritual field. That's why, after the high fades, many people feel emptiness, guilt, or subtle sadness. It's not only a chemical hangover, it's a vibrational hangover. Here lies the core truth. Alcohol doesn't just alter brain chemistry, it breaks the coherence of the quantum field that connects your thoughts, emotions, and reality. When coherence collapses, conscious manifestation weakens. Your magnetism fades, synchronicities disappear, and slowly the spiritual body becomes denser, drifting away from the higher frequencies of love, clarity, and presence. I'm not here to tell you what to do or not do. I'm here to show you what actually happens, beyond what the eyes see and what society normalizes. Because once you truly understand the energetic effect of something, you no longer need prohibition. Consciousness itself makes the choice. Now take a deep breath. Be fully present. And if this message resonates with you, subscribe to this channel. Every new subscription amplifies our collective vibration and helps expand the field of awareness we are building together. The more souls awaken, the brighter the quantum field of Earth becomes. Have you noticed how alcohol always appears in the same moments? Celebrations, reconciliations, or those small pauses in life when humans try to forget themselves for a while. It has become a modern ritual of escape, a sophisticated way of numbing awareness. That's why it's so subtle. On the surface, it looks harmless, even joyful. But energetically, every sip whispers, for a few moments, I don't want to feel all that I am. Neuroscience confirms this. Alcohol temporarily shuts down self-control mechanisms and decreases electrical communication between the brain's hemispheres. That disconnection brings a sense of relief and freedom, but it also cuts the person off from the very capacity to observe oneself, the foundation of spiritual awareness. Quantum physics describes this as a loss of coherence. The energetic system loses harmony, and vibration starts oscillating chaotically. That's why so many people say they become someone else when they drink. Energetically, they really do. The astral body weakens, vibrational filters open, and the person starts tuning into emotional frequencies that aren't fully their own. It's as if for a few hours they synchronize with a collective field of unconsciousness, a radio station where countless minds are broadcasting noise. But there's something even deeper. When awareness fragments, alignment between intention and emotion collapses. And that alignment, coherence between what you think, feel, and vibrate, is what shapes your reality. Without coherence, conscious manifestation fades. That's why life seems to stall for those who drink regularly. Vibration collapses, the manifestation field weakens, and experiences start mirroring internal chaos. Understand this: There is no punishment, only resonance. Everything you experience mirrors the frequency you sustain. Alcohol changes that frequency, but the shift is downward, not upward. And the more the body gets used to operating in low vibration states, the harder it becomes to return to natural clarity. Spirituality doesn't demand abstinence, it demands awareness. If you choose to drink, do it consciously, knowing what you're doing and what you're vibrating. What harms you is not the act itself, but the unconsciousness behind it. The difference between poison and medicine lies in the dose and in the intention. Everything that exists vibrates. Your body, your thoughts, your emotions, even the space between your cells. And vibration is not static. It constantly interacts with the quantum field, the invisible ocean where all possibilities coexist until your consciousness chooses one. That is where manifestation happens, but few realize that vibrational coherence is the fuel of creation. Without it, energy responds chaotically, and the universe stops reflecting your intention with clarity. Alcohol interferes precisely there. When consumed, it doesn't just affect the nervous system. It disturbs the electromagnetic field surrounding the body, the same field ancient traditions called the aura. From a quantum perspective, this aura is a cluster of frequencies carrying information about your state of being. It communicates with the universal field through coherent patterns. But once alcohol enters the system, that coherence breaks down. Brain impulses become irregular, cellular vibration loses harmony, and the flow between mind, emotion, and reality fragments. Imagine a radio transmitter trying to send a clear signal while someone keeps shaking the antenna. The message reaches the receiver distorted and incomplete. That's what happens to your power of conscious manifestation under the influence of alcohol. You continue to emit thoughts, desires, and emotions, but they travel in disorganized frequencies. The result is a life that answers in confusion, missed opportunities, misaligned relationships, goals that never quite materialize. There's another, subtler effect. Alcohol weakens emotional intention. Emotion is the magnetic force that empowers thought, the vibrational fuel of creation. When alcohol numbs emotional centers, thought loses magnetic density, and without magnetism, the universe does not respond. The person shifts from a state of creation to a state of inertia. And the longer this pattern continues, the more reality shapes itself around stagnation. But here's the good news. The quantum field is infinitely self-correcting. Even if your vibration has been scattered for years, it can be rebalanced through conscious intention and consistent awareness. Energy always obeys the command of consciousness. The clearer the awareness, the faster the field reorganizes itself. Remember, the universe doesn't punish, it mirrors. And when you raise your vibration, everything around you realigns. This is true modern alchemy, turning density into clarity, noise into harmony, and unconsciousness into power. While science studies the chemical effects of alcohol on the physical body, spiritual traditions observe something far beyond biology. The physical body is only one layer of your being. Around it exist subtle bodies, vibrational fields that store emotions, thoughts, memories, and energetic imprints. Together, they form what we call the energetic body, or aura. Through this luminous network, human beings exchange frequencies with the universe, constantly sending and receiving energy. When alcohol enters the system, it acts as a vibrational solvent. Its impact goes far beyond chemical intoxication. It literally disaligns the subtle structures of the energetic body. The aura, which normally pulsates in coherent waves, begins to show fissures, unstable zones where vital energy leaks out. That's why many people feel fatigue, irritability, or sudden sadness after drinking. These sensations aren't only psychological, they are signs of a temporary drop in vibrational frequency. The chakras, the body's energy centers, are also affected. The lower chakras, related to survival and pleasure, become overactive, while the upper ones, linked to intuition and awareness, grow dormant. The result is an inversion of energetic flow. The being vibrates more densely, more physically, and less spiritually. Perception narrows, intuition dims, and inner clarity is replaced by impulses and emotional reactivity. Some spiritual accounts describe that, in this state, the auric field becomes porous, creating openings for external influences. These influences are not necessarily dark entities, but rather frequencies that resonate with the temporarily lowered vibration of the person. In other words, alcohol doesn't create darkness. It tunes the body to frequencies that already exist in the collective field but usually remain out of reach. It's like switching from a symphony to static noise. That's why, in many ancient traditions, alcohol was used only in sacred rituals, under heightened awareness and intentionality. They knew it amplifies whatever vibration is present, and when used unconsciously, it amplifies disorder. But this understanding isn't a reason for fear, it's an invitation to lucidity. The energetic body is plastic, mutable, and self-healing. Through conscious breathing, prayer, or meditation, the field realigns, the fissures close, and inner light begins to pulse again. Energy is intelligent. It always returns to balance when guided by an awakened mind. Few people truly understand what happens in the energetic field when awareness weakens. In states of clarity, your energy is centered, coherent, luminous. But when alcohol enters the system, that center shifts. The field slows down, vibrating at lower frequencies, and perception opens, not upward, but outward, toward the dense layers of the collective psyche. These layers are not physical places. They are bands of vibration coexisting with ours, like different stations on the same universal frequency. As alcohol reduces vibrational coherence, consciousness stops acting as a filter. It's like opening the windows of your home during a dust storm. Energetic particles of collective emotion can enter. Fear, anger, guilt, anxiety. All these collective waves become accessible to your field. This is not possession in the religious sense. It's vibrational resonance. The mind tunes in, the field absorbs, and the person begins to express emotions that don't truly belong to them. Ancient traditions understood this deeply. Shamans, priests, and initiates knew that altered states could open portals, but also knew that the difference between sacred and chaotic lies in intention. Used with awareness and protection, substances can expand perception. Used unconsciously, they amplify disorder. The portal opens, but the frequency is chaotic, and what enters mirrors the energy emitted at that moment. From a quantum perspective, this can be explained as frequency coupling. When coherence is lost, the human field synchronizes with chaotic frequencies of the collective field. That's why people often feel emptiness, anxiety, or even strange presences after drinking. Their vibration is literally in tune with dense collective patterns. It's not mystery, it's energetic physics. But within that vulnerability lies an opportunity. The same field that becomes disorganized can be recalibrated through conscious intention. When you reclaim your frequency through breath, prayer, meditation, or lucid choice, alignment returns and dense fields dissolve. Light and shadow do not fight. They simply occupy different spaces on the same spectrum. Where there is coherence, density cannot stay. True spiritual protection, then, does not come from rituals but from presence. When awareness is awake, no dissonant energy can penetrate. You become your own temple, and within it, no alien vibration can remain. There is something deeply paradoxical about how humanity relates to alcohol. It's the only substance that causes millions of deaths and illnesses, Yet it's celebrated as a symbol of freedom, pleasure, and status. Advertising sells it as the key to happiness, a social password to belonging. But on a deeper level, what society has normalized is collective spiritual disconnection. People drink to celebrate, but also to endure, to forget, to fit in. And every time that happens, humanity unconsciously repeats, "It's normal to turn off our light." Psychologically, alcohol offers a shortcut. It silences excessive self-awareness and numbs the pain of inner separation. But the cost of that silence is high. It prevents us from confronting the root of our restlessness, and without confrontation, there is no transformation. What is not felt cannot be healed. That's why so many seek spiritual awakening while consuming something that keeps them anchored in the vibration of escape. There's also a cultural design behind it. Since the 19th century, alcohol has been woven into the collective imagination as part of civilized life. Advertising linked drinking to success, beauty, and social ease. Today, films, music, and social rituals reinforce this idea, an emotional conditioning that equates joy with intoxication. It's a collective vibrational program, the belief that relaxation equals disconnection. And the more minds believe it, the more the quantum field of humanity adjusts to sustain that illusion. Energetically, this creates a global mesh of unconscious vibration. Millions of people drinking at once emit the same frequency of spiritual shutdown. That collective wave becomes a dense energetic field that feeds its own existence. That's why many who decide to stop drinking feel resistance, not only physical, but vibrational. It's the collective field trying to pull them back to the average of unconsciousness. But there is one force the system cannot control: awakened consciousness. When even one person breaks that cycle, they become a luminous anomaly in the global field, a frequency that begins to deprogram the collective pattern. Every conscious decision has an exponential effect, because individual coherence reorganizes collective chaos. The vibration of a single awakened being can elevate the energy of hundreds around them. That's why when I invite you to like, comment, and subscribe, it's not about algorithms or vanity, it's about energy. Every conscious act strengthens this network of awareness. Together, we are weaving a new vibrational reality, one where clarity, joy, and presence coexist in harmony. Every frequency can be restored. Even if the body has adapted to the density of alcohol, even if the mind still associates pleasure with escape, consciousness is infinitely more powerful than any conditioning. Vibrational reprogramming begins the moment you decide to reclaim your energy. It doesn't require effort, it requires presence. The quantum body, the field of energy and information surrounding every cell, responds instantly to coherence between what you think, feel, and do. When thought and emotion align, cells reorganize their electrical patterns, DNA adjusts its expression, and the body returns to harmony. Neuroscience calls this neuroplasticity. Spirituality calls it healing through awareness. They are two languages describing the same phenomenon. What you believe and vibrate becomes your biological and energetic reality. To restore your original frequency, 3 practices are essential: conscious breathing, verbal reprogramming, and energetic hydration. Breathing clears the field, dissolving accumulated density. Words, when spoken with intention, reconfigure the mental field. And water, a natural conductor of information, helps the body memorize the new frequency. Every sip, when blessed with awareness, becomes a code of cellular light. Here lies one of the most powerful principles of energy work: the power of conscious affirmations. The affirmations you write here, in the comments or in your own journal, are more than words. They are codes of vibration. When you write, read, and repeat them consciously, you create an energetic circuit that reprograms your mind, and anchors a new timeline into your field. So when I invite you to comment, it's not only to support the video, it's to feed the collective flow of consciousness. It's an act of anchoring. Daily repetition transforms vibration into identity. If you wish to seal this understanding right now, write here or privately. I consciously choose the frequency that creates my world. Repeat this sentence over the next few days, aloud or in silence. Let it become the soundtrack of your vibrational field. Because every time you speak it, the universe reorganizes its particles around your new coherence. And gradually, everything that doesn't resonate with it begins to dissolve, naturally, effortlessly. This is not metaphorical, it's physical. The quantum field responds to every word, every intention. Repetition builds vibrational coherence, and coherence manifests reality. This is the beginning of true energetic sobriety, when presence replaces numbness and pleasure becomes expansion instead of escape. True sobriety is not abstinence. It is clarity, the ability to remain present within yourself without needing to numb your awareness. It's walking through the joys and challenges of life with your consciousness awake, knowing that every emotion is just a wave moving across the calm ocean of your essence. When you look at alcohol, or any form of escape, with honesty, without guilt or denial, something shifts inside you. You stop being a prisoner of habit and become the observer of your own field. That is the greatest liberation, realizing it's not the body that craves, but energy seeking to reorganize itself. When you honor that call, your spiritual body rises again into the frequencies of clarity and coherence. Quantum physics teaches that every particle in the universe responds to conscious observation. Spirituality adds that this observation itself is an act of love. So, each time you observe your impulses without judgment but with awareness and compassion, you transmute the vibration that sustains them. Patterns dissolve not through repression, but through illumination. Right now, you might feel a sense of spaciousness. That's your field responding to understanding. Consciousness is a restorative code. The more you practice it, the more reality reorganizes around your new vibration. And remember, you are not alone. Thousands are awakening at this very moment, realizing that true power lies not in controlling the world, but in vibrating in resonance with what they wish to create. When an awakened mind vibrates coherently, it becomes a transmitter of light, and that light spreads. If this message resonated with you, share it. Help expand this field of awareness, because every awakened soul illuminates hundreds of others. Leave your comment, your vibration, your testimony, not for engagement, but because your energy is part of this collective creation. And remember, the highest timeline isn't a place in the future. It's a state of being, available here and now. May you walk in peace, clarity, and love until the next awakening. And if you want to anchor this vibration, repeat aloud or in silence. I choose the sobriety of consciousness. I choose the light of presence. I choose the highest timeline. Feel those words ripple through your field. Every repetition is a quantum signal, a reminder that your power to transform doesn't exist somewhere outside of you. It is vibrating within you right now. And remember, the higher timeline is not a place in the future. It is a state of being, available here and now. May you walk in peace, in lucidity, and in love, until the next awakening.